What if the reason that you think that you are not doing enough as a light worker here on earth right now is because your purpose has never been to do more in the first place? What if the very way you process things, the very way you hold yourself while passing through bad days, that quiet awareness you're having about your state of being is already part of the work that you came here to do? You see, so many light workers struggle right now because they feel not burned out by doing too much. They are quietly hurting because they feel like they're not doing enough. Hello everyone, this is Doris Victoria, your soul empowerment coach, and this video today is all about us light workers here on earth who are hurting because we feel like we should be out there doing more, teaching our wisdom, writing books, coaching, and we feel like either we don't have the time, we are distracted. I was coaching so many mothers, housewives, that felt like their existence was not valuable here on earth because they weren't writing that book, they weren't writing their thoughts down, they were not teaching what they knew. But I'm going to tell you the truth today. Lightworker, if you are one of them, isn't it interesting that the ones of us who have come back with the most wisdom, the most awareness already, we are the hardest on ourselves. With that, voice in our heads that is always like, oh, you should be doing more, or you should be doing more, or you should give this person your card, or whatever, you should write your programs, or be out there, make yourself visible, make yourself known. Well, Lightworker, I want to tell you something that I have learned in my life the hard way, going through a lot of suffering. A dear friend of mine shared with me the other day, and she is an amazing Lightworker. Her wisdom is so profound. I consider her as a very, very old soul here on earth. She has had many, many incarnations, and she was having a bad day. And it felt almost like she was beating herself up for having a bad day, for not feeling in her brightest, because as well as light workers, we know that when we are at our best, when we are really shining brightly, that's when we're valuable here on earth. And dear ones, in today's video, I want to let you know that it is the very way you are handling yourself. It is the very way you process your thoughts on those bad days. It is the very way you're holding yourself through those bad days. The way you process things, the way you welcome that pain, and all the tools that you are using for yourself in order to bring yourself up again into a high vibration. That, my dear one, is already part of the work that you came here to do. Your existence here on earth matters more than you think. You might not be known, you might not be a celebrity, no one might even know your name, but your existence is valuable because of the way you are. Because of the thoughts you're having, that quiet awareness that the world would not be such a good place without. If you weren't here on planet Earth, that quiet awareness of how somebody can hold themselves through a bad day in order to rise up into our joy again, that quiet awareness matters more than you think. So today's video really is a reminder for all of you beautiful souls out there who are feeling that your existence is not enough because maybe no one knows you. It is the very way you are thinking, It is the very way you're sensitive with yourself while you are welcoming those negative emotions, those heavy emotions, because heaviness being transformed into lightness is already part of your work. And you're doing it, dear one. So it doesn't really matter where you are in your life right now, whether you are at home, whether you are retired, whether you are a mother or a housewife, or just someone whose existence is quiet, but you're still here, you're still processing. And nothing that you ever thought, nothing you ever did, no word that you have ever spoken is forgotten. It is all going into the collective Akash. So remember today that sometimes it is that quiet awareness that is already purpose enough. That awareness that is helping you when you're having a bad day, or exactly that thought that so many of the light workers that I coached had, that they are not enough, or they are not doing enough, or they should be out there, they should be out and about and teaching. Sometimes, my dear ones, it is just your mere existence here on earth that matters. So this is a reminder for all of us, for all of you beautiful light workers, old souls out there who are way too hard on yourselves because of those beliefs that I just shared. We should be doing more. This is a reminder for you that your existence is infinitely valuable. Every thought you're having is holding the collective grid. Every negative emotion you are processing up, rising back into joy, into your own divinity, because joy and divinity are one. So when you are in your joy, yes, you are the most powerful version of yourself. However, bad days, struggles in your lives are part of those high vibrational days, because by moving through them and the way you're holding yourself, moving through them, every tool you're doing, for me the tools are tapping, for example. I think tapping is an amazing tool. Emotional freedom technique, for those of you who haven't heard about it, is an amazing tool to bring yourself back into alignment and to help the world to awaken. So every thought, remember, every feeling you have, the way you are holding yourself is going into the collective grid and enriching the collective consciousness that has not been the same before you, and because of all the experiences you are bringing in with your mere existence. So we light workers, our nervous system is oftentimes overloaded. And the very way we are finding tools and are able to calm down our nervous systems is helping the collective consciousness. It is going into that soup of awareness, that loving soup of consciousness, collective consciousness, the Akash, whatever you want to call it, to help this entire planet. So every soul who might be open-hearted one day, wanting to know more, and is open-minded, the pineal gland is open, the heart is open, those souls will be able to tap in to the wisdom that you were able to store in that collective crystalline grid that is enlightening this world. And so they will find answers for themselves as well. So you see, sometimes it is not through your physical doing, your physical, how can I say, doing something, taking action, you know, that kind of like, it's like the masculine part. Sometimes the very feminine part of just being and processing and holding yourself in dignity and honor. How do I feel right now? Okay, I don't feel at my best, but you, that awareness that you bring into that process is valuable, because you're not one of those that are numbing those feelings, or they are distracting themselves, or they are turning on the TV just in order to think about something else. You know, those light workers who are really taking the time to be there for their suffering are already living their purpose. So what if your purpose, again, was not about being loud on this planet? What about your purpose is just being you, step by step, moving forward, step by step, holding yourself through every feeling, every heaviness in your life, every heartbreak, every perceived setback or failure. Your awareness of how to calm down your nervous system and bring yourself back into alignment again, that, my dear one, is enough to be valuable here on planet Earth. So remember that today and always. God bless.